The mall was breathing with weekend life, children laughing, mothers shopping, music floating from every store. The escalators hummed, the smell of popcorn drifted, and bright advertisements flashed across the walls. It was the kind of ordinary Saturday thousands of people forget the next day, but no one forgot what happened at 3:42 p.m. A 17-year-old rich boy, Caleb Wilson, designer jacket, limited edition sneakers, diamond chain, walked with the kind of careless confidence only money can buy. His friends followed him like shadows, laughing loudly, filming each moment for social media. Everything was a joke to him. Everything was entertainment, everything except the elderly janitor working quietly in the corner. Mr. Harris, 69, limping slightly, carrying a heavy mop bucket, was cleaning a spill near the food court. Sweat glistened on his forehead, but he kept wiping, carefully and patiently. He didn't disturb anyone. He didn't slow anyone down. He just worked, but entitlement is blind, and cruelty is fast. Caleb didn't slow down, didn't step aside, didn't wait that he slammed into the old man with his shoulder. Hard, the bucket tipped, water splashed. Mr. Harris fell to the cold tiles, groaning in pain. The crowd gasped. Caleb laughed, not a small laugh. A cruel laugh. Loud, sharp, mocking. Move faster, Grandpa, he shouted. Or go home. This job isn't for fossils. His friends laughed harder. Then Caleb did something no one expected. He flicked his iced coffee at the elderly man's face. The cup exploded across his shirt. People froze, and Caleb thought he had won. What he didn't know, standing right behind him, watching his every move, were 6 construction workers, real men, strong men, dusty men, who didn't tolerate disrespect, not to elders, not to workers, not to anyone, and they were not about to stay silent. The mall didn't know it yet, but justice was about to walk in. Heavy boots, rough hands, and a voice that could shake a spoiled boy's entire world. The downtown mall was packed that Saturday. Families filled the food court, teenagers crowded the arcade, and workers moved quickly from shop to shop. It was the busiest time of the week, and no one was paying attention to the elderly janitor pushing his mop bucket quietly along the shiny tiles. Mr. Samuel Harris had spent 22 years working in that mall. He knew every corner, every coffee stain, every creaky bench. He was kind, soft-spoken, and never late. Most days, people walked past him without noticing. But that didn't bother him. He believed dignity came from doing your work with honesty, no matter who was watching, but his body wasn't as strong as it used to be. His back hurt constantly. His legs shook. His hands trembled when lifting heavy buckets. Still, he worked because he needed money for his wife's medication. And because he felt he shouldn't burden anyone. Today, he could feel the pain in his spine more than usual. But he kept wiping, slow and steady. At the same time, Caleb Wilson and his friends walked in through the main entrance, laughing, joking, filming each other with expensive phones. Caleb was the son of a luxury car dealership owner. He had never known struggle. Never known fear. Never known what it meant to earn anything. People like him thought the world was a red carpet rolled out in their honor. Bro, look, this mall is full of broke people, Caleb joked, pointing at random strangers. His friends cackled. When he spotted Mr. Harris, his grin widened. Watch this, he whispered to his friends. The elderly janitor was kneeling to clean the spill. His head down. His mop beside him. Caleb walked straight toward him, not slowing down for even a second. Excuse me, son, Mr. Harris said softly. Let me just. Too late. Caleb shoved him with full force. The old man fell sideways onto the floor with a painful gasp. His mop clattered. The bucket tipped over. Dirty water spread across the tiles. People nearby stopped talking. A small kid dropped his snack. A mother covered her mouth, but Caleb didn't care. He stood over the trembling old man and smirked. Dude, chill. It's just a janitor. They're supposed to clean the floor. I'm helping him do his job. His friends burst out laughing. Mr. Harris tried to sit up, but his body was stiff with pain. Caleb leaned down with a look of disgust. Maybe if you weren't 100 years old, you'd move faster. Then he took a long sip of his iced coffee, and flicked the entire cup onto the man's shirt. Gasps erupted across the food court, the brown liquid soaked into the old man's uniform. Mr. Harris froze, his breathing shallow, eyes shaking, humiliation tightening his throat. Caleb cracked up, "Oops. Guess you're cleaning that too." But then, a heavy voice came from behind Caleb. "You done acting stupid?" Caleb turned. Standing there were 6 construction workers in safety vests, tool belts, work boots, and dusty shirts. They were muscular, sunburned, and very, very angry. The leader, Marco Alvarez, stepped forward. His beard was thick. His arms were huge. His eyes, unblinking. Caleb swallowed. Suddenly his confidence felt thin. Marco nodded toward the old janitor. "You knocked down an elderly man," he said. "You think that's funny?" Caleb quickly puffed up his chest, pretending bravery. "You don't know who my father is." Marco cut him off with a cold, sharp laugh. "Boy, I don't care if your father owns the whole city. That's a man your grandfather's age. And you humiliated him." The other workers stepped closer, forming a wall behind Marco. The energy shifted. People gathered from all sides to watch. Caleb tried to act tough. "I didn't touch him. He fell." "Really?" Marco said. "Let's check the cameras then." The mall manager, who had seen everything from a distance, hurried over. His face was red with anger. 2 security guards followed him. "Show me the camera," Marco demanded. The manager nodded immediately. He respected the workers more than any spoiled rich kid. Minutes later, everyone watched the CCTV footage on the manager's tablet. The shove, the fall, the laughter, the coffee splashed at it was all there. Caleb's face went white. His friends backed away, leaving him alone. The manager turned to Mr. Harris. "Sir, we can file an assault complaint. This is serious." Mr. Harris, still sitting on the floor, shook his head gently. "I don't want trouble. I just want to work." But Marco stepped forward. "No. Not this time. If people like him get away with this, they'll keep doing it. He needs to learn." Security escorted Caleb to the office. His father was called. When Mr. Wilson arrived, he wasn't proud. He wasn't defensive. He was furious, in a way only a parent ashamed of his own child can be. He apologized to the janitor again and again. Then he turned to his son. "You will fix this." The mall manager had a suggestion. Caleb would do 40 hours of community service working beside the janitor he insulted. For the first 3 days, Caleb complained non-stop. His back hurt, his shoes got dirty, his hands smelled like cleaning chemicals. But Mr. Harris never scolded him, never insulted him, never raised his voice. When Caleb dropped a broom, the old man picked it up with a smile. When Caleb couldn't lift the bucket, the old man helped him. When Caleb groaned about being tired, the old man just said, "Work is not shameful, son, but cruelty is." Those words hit him harder than anything. On the 7th day, Caleb found himself walking slower, watching the old man carefully, realizing just how strong this fragile-looking man truly was. By the final day, Caleb approached him. "Sir. I'm sorry," he said quietly. "I was wrong. I didn't understand." Mr. Harris put a gentle hand on his shoulder. "It's good to grow, son. Some people never do." As Caleb walked away, he saw the construction workers in the distance. Marco nodded once, approvingly. For Caleb, that nod meant more than anything money could buy.